Hello again, this is Dean with People Creative, and this is the 2025 Slingshot Laser Craft review. So in this video, this is the very first time trying the Slingshot Laser Craft board. I've tested a couple other brands, it's about a year ago, but this is my very first impressions. As you can see, the board has that nice corduroy deck grip to it. The specs of this model is 7 foot by 20.5 inches, 6 inches thick, and this is the 105 liter board. There are 3 different sizes to choose from, and I'll put a link in the description box below to explain more on the Slingshot website. 4 I am using is the PTM 999 with the 360V rear wing, 82 centimeter mast, and underneath the board there you have the step release, which helps you with the pumping, and under the board you've got that kind of nice soft rails, kind of slightly rounded bottom that goes flat all the way to the track, and they have the extra long tracks on the board. Here are the specs of the first 2 days of testing the board. In the video I go back and forth on day 1 and day 2, back-to-back testing, and this is the very first test, is how does the board pump up. On the inside the wind is very light, and that was the very first time up on the foil. I literally not even hardly pumped the wing, gave it a shimmy almost, and the board just, the length of the rocker gets the board speed and pops you up on the foil. And here it is again. This is day 2, just to show you again. Light winds, nice and stable deck. Look for a wind, like a little puff or two. Bear off slightly, pump the board, pump the wing, and up she goes. It's beautiful. It works very, very nicely. Once you're up on the foil and you have that foil speed, as you can see, it glides through the jibes. I'm so surprised how stable the board was. For 20.5 inches wide, I've never used a board that narrow, and it behaves nicely. Again, you got to keep the foil speed up. Try and time it. If you've got a swell or some waves, try and use the momentum. And because the board is narrow, they've got that narrow deck, I found it surprisingly easy to ride it toe side, and obviously when you're sort of swell riding, go up into the swells and just play around with some playful S-turns. It's just really relaxing. You stand more upright, I find, on the board, feet over the center line, hips sort of more in, leaning back on the wing, nice and relaxed. And again, just let the foil do the work. I was using the NXT 5.5, which is nice and light in your hands. It's really useful to have a light wing in your hands when you're basically going faster than the apparent wind, because as you know, you have a tendency for the wing to drop and kind of lose momentum sometimes and stall out in the jibe. Here we are again, just kind of cruising along, just really enjoying the swells. Disclaimer, as you can see, I've got a ankle wrap and knee wrap. I don't think there's a week that goes by that I don't have some type of injury. So it is the result of lots of years of playing sports and having a good time. And you get to that age where you start getting a few sports injuries. But other than that, this is I love how relaxing the ride is. And you can just point at wind or do your tacks or your jibes, and everything's working in harmony. So if you have the Slingshot Phantasm foil, obviously the board, it will match perfectly. If you have a touchdown when you're swapping your feet, it pops straight back up. Thinking I'm going to label this board a guaranteed to get a ride board, because it literally takes off in nothing. It's very smooth, it's predictable. And so if you're looking for a light wind board, I think this could be just the ticket. Please check out the links in the description box below. Thanks a lot for watching. Have any questions, please leave them in the comment box. Talk to you later.